Test 1, 2. Testing. Hello. All right. Is that better? Make sure my filters are here so it's ridiculous. Ah, good. Yeah, I don't know what that. Every once in a while, this thing, my mic is gets jacked around. I don't know what the heck the deal is, but I've not really had any issues with it until like the last
cargo stand not available.
The
airplane is not correctly parked.
Position. That should fix that. What's going on, Doozy? Dan? Who else is here? Crack. Alpha War Q. How's it going? Welcome in. Yeah. We're so right away. I'm gonna tell you right now. The Microsoft Flight Simulator just dropped Sim Update 2. And I will tell you right now how this absolutely looks completely blown out, like we've talked about in the past. I actually went to the Sim Beta. I went to the beta just really because of this. And I dropped into the beta, and I've since opted out since they dropped the whole thing. But right now, they did anyway. I have not looked at any of this. And of course, their UV graphics thing went away. I don't know where they went, where they did it. I don't know where they went with it, but that was one of the best things in that they had here. Terrain level of detail. I don't see anything for their UV slider, which is very disappointing because that thing was awesome. Very interesting. 5x5. Very good. Very good. That's actually very disappointing that they didn't include that. I wonder what the deal is. Interesting. That's terrible. I mean, that's all right. My first impression so far is it's not slick. It's very odd. It is very odd. The only other thing I can think of is that I mean, I don't know what let me double check my version. But I did. That's odd. Yeah, because it was in the beta. Updates. I don't know where the heck to find the version. Did your game update or just an I uninstalled the beta, but the game update was live, so I don't know why it would. I mean, the game should have updated. I will be honest with you, I don't have a ton of time today to be messing with this, so I think we're gonna get our flights going regardless. This may or may not be but I was not in the sim when they dropped the version of the beta update. So, or I'm sorry, when they dropped the version of the Sim 2 update. So, I'm kind of confused by that. Their version right now, I honestly don't even know where to go to see your version in the library. Properties, updates. I mean, I did uninstall the beta for sure. You know what? We'll do that. We're gonna do one thing here. We're risking not being able to get both of the flights done here, but I do kind of want to check out this sim beta update. It would be very, very odd that the UV slider, which I think was one of the best things that they did other than the multi-core. I believe that it would be very odd that would be gone. But we are okay. There is an update queued now. Yeah. So okay, we're updating, guys. Sorry. Yeah, I have no idea why they would get rid of that. That would be absolutely insane. But we are updating now. What I did before was, I took I basically opted out of the beta, and then it installed the regular version of the game without the beta. I assumed that the regular version would be the Sim 2 with the Sim 2 update, but apparently it was not. So we are now installing. We will go back into the game, and I really hope they fixed your issue. I hope they did too, Doozy. That would drive me nuts. I'd be throwing computers out the window. It would not be pretty. there'd be people getting smacked down on in the driveway down there from a 7th floor computer being launched off the 7th floor windows or balcony. If I was going through what you were going through, absolutely. That being said, I almost did that after a 3-hour flight last night. It was after a 3-hour flight last night. My sim stuttered on the way into, and it was a big stutter, like one of those 30-second stutters while I was on bat sim, while turning on to final, into Louisville last night, and I thought I lost it again, but it didn't work. It came back, but there should be no reason why there's a 30-second stutter there. But yeah, I'm insanely upset. I was getting very frustrated. Yeah, did like 10 takeoffs and 10 crash. That's terrible. Terrible. All right, guys. Sorry about the hiccup here. We are getting going right now. Like I said, I thought I had the game updated. This dropped literally at 10:10 a.m., I think it was. I think it was at 10:10 a.m. that this dropped. And I had a stream. I've been getting my stream going all morning long. And I had everything all set, all the things going. Everything was ready to go. I was literally getting ready to click live, and I look over at it, and it's like, oh, hey, we updated the game. I'm like, bro, really? And it's very possible that the sim update or the beta for the next update is not live. So I mean, we could have been having a whole multitude of problems there. So at any rate, we're here. We're getting ready to rock and roll. And then of course I go live and my mic was a problem. So yeah, dudes, given all of the problems, I would definitely consider that. Given all of your issues that you had, just with the sim crashes and everything, with a start like that, I'd be like, take this card back and either give me another one, exchange it for a fresh one, or of the same one, or just start like you said, just get what you wanted, get what you want. What's up, Jam Jam? How's it going, man? Welcome in. What are you up to today, man? Gotta be late over by you. Getting late. Not terrible. It is hot as hell in Chicago. I'm roasting here. Yeah, no worries, Maddie. Yeah, it never came through. Definitely did not come through. Right. Here. Yeah, we're going through the loading simulator screen here. Let me get all of the things so we can fire right up here. Oh, thanks, Dan. I appreciate it. Not much working. Over an hour left. Nice. Just over an hour left. Nice. Yeah, it's supposed to be. I actually want to up Twitch title. One second here. Probably gonna have to call me. Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to go back and redo all of my my voice or all of my Volanta and Levatex and all that because it probably just went. Probably just said flight complete after I just loaded everything in there. That's just we're all right. I'm really hoping for better performance. Crack. It's gonna be 90s here, and you didn't bring your lunch. Interesting aircraft. What's that? Which one? All right. Oh, the loading screen. You're saying? Yeah. On the loading screen. Yeah. Alrighty. Going. Might take a few seconds to load in with the being the this. Yeah, this took a few to load in. All right. Fresh that. Nice. We are heading up to Rockford, Illinois. We are heading up from Rockford to Rockford from Louisville. Dan, the question. I think I did miss the question. Let's check out the news. Oh, you did ask me about something about emergency something or other, right? Quick question. Any recommendation from Strategy Emergency series? You mean like the games on Steam? The emergency series types games on Steam? Is that what you're talking about? I have only played Emerge NYC. Yeah, I have played Emerge NYC. This one here. There is another one down here that I've played that isn't terrible. And all of them, they're okay, but you're also coming from, you know, like the firefighting, the squad wasn't terrible, but you know, I'm coming from, this is what I did for a living. So yeah, Emergency 4 I've played. I haven't, what the heck just happened? All right, didn't put us in the right spot. I don't know why I did that, but yeah, the Emergency series, I have played them before. They're not bad. They just get they get a little tedious sometimes, but I don't know why this thing is sitting on the runway. We are going to go back. We got to get to a gate first. But yeah, the emergency series, I've been playing those from since the original, and yeah, they're really good. They're just that sometimes they get a little tedious where you're doing a lot of repetitive stuff. But to tell you right now which one I recommend, I would have to look at it again and take a look and see what what I would recommend. Where the hell are we going? It's F. Oh my God, SDF. Think right now. All right, so we are down here is where I was hoping to go. Ramp 2, that is our departure. Ramp cargo. With like a game like that with Sandbox having a city and you take care of it like 911 dispatch. Yeah. No, and there are games out there for sure. Yeah, it's definitely like that. Late timer, what's going on? Welcome in. Thanks for contributing in the Discord with your flight. Okay. So we're going to see how this goes again. We did update. And again, you can see how blown out the pixels are. As Joe Ibanez put it the other day, the pixels are so distorted in the with the way it looks. Go ahead and import this. We're going to be a little late getting out of here because we're inherently going to want to take a look at the update here. So if you look at the pixels, like it's very tough to see where the concrete begins and the plane ends. So that was one of my big problems. Just the colors are just washed out. Like everything is washed out. And we've been talking about that, and I'll be honest with you, that's the reason why I went over to the beta in the first place. So we do have render scaling, frame gen, exposure compensation. This right here, this is huge. I dropped this down the other day to, I played with it a little bit, and I think I dropped it down to 1.1. And then watch how the colors pop now. It's much, much better. You know, the greens are greener. You know, there's a delineation between the plane and the concrete. The concrete doesn't look like it's scorched. You know, it's the face of the sun, as Joe called it. Yeah, Dan, I loved your airport. That was awesome. You and I play a lot of the same games, a lot of the same concepts. So, Maddie, how are you? Welcome in, man. Thank you for checking on that. But yeah, so that was one of the huge things. So it is in Sim Update 2. I misspoke before. Um, Performance right now at SDF, this is a payware for me, and I think it's IniBuilds. I'm not 100%. The release log says it fixed some crashes, so you're going to give it a go tonight and see if it doesn't cooperate. They did say a couple things, guys. The new IRIX are out, so make sure you update your IRIX. And then for Flight Sim, the new IRIX are out, and they did say in the release notes right at the top, make sure your NVIDIA drivers are up. AIRACS, I think it is, IRIX. IREX, isn't that how you say it? These things. IREX. Yeah, the navigation things. Yeah, the IRAC, AIRAC. This was these needed updated. Your Phoenix needed updated, and Active Sky needed updated. Although we're not using Active Sky right now. So those two things are right at the top of their sim update page. They say make sure your NVIDIA drivers are updated because those just came out a couple days ago, and they say make sure that your they didn't say the IRAC. I was just recommending that. But yeah, AirRack. Okay. IRAC. What I do want to check out here quickly is so yeah, we had the I'm gonna see how it goes vanilla, guys. I'm gonna put our exposure compensation down to 1.1 because I do like the way that looks. It's much better visually. And then we're gonna start from there. And then the other thing that I wanted to check, but I don't think I can do it from here, is the marketplace. Yeah, I have to go out. So we'll do that after. Hopefully, we have some time after the flight. So let's get this thing going. But yeah, I'm excited that the update is out. It's good. It's good for everything. Hopefully the game runs smoother. That's what I'm hoping. I'm gonna stay positive about it, and we'll go from there. All right, checklists. All right. Pick on our batteries. 1, 2, and 3. Update, make sure our flight plan is here. Do our weight and balance, custom cargo, update from SimBrief, fly. Our fuel is 28,548, according to SimBrief. Correct. Cruise altitude is 33,000 feet. Here and there. Get our ground power up. Get our APU on. We're going to have GSX start to load us. Otherwise, we're going to be...
Cargo stand not available. The airplane is not correctly parked.
We are... Go ahead and request the boarding.
Boarding requested.
Go ahead and start the APU here. Down and put APU on our page. We're on the right. All right. We got that in there. 7 approaches, runway 19. We'll come in on a RNAT. We won't come. What's up, Ibanez? What's going on, man? Sim Update 2 dropped. See that? think did I DM you? I DM'd a few people. I meant to DM you, but I was trying to also start a stream. I am. It literally released 10 minutes before the stream. I had to restart the game to get it to update, but we are on Sim Update 2. We are. But yeah, I was getting ready to DM you, and but yeah, it is funny how it released today, for sure. All right, so APU is not available just yet. Almost. No, now it is. All right, so let's go ahead and take off ground power. Before we forget it over here. Remove the GPU. Open up our cargo doors. So, I got a couple more things to do here real quick, guys. Get out of here. Where did I put that? Sorry, guys, a little kerboppled today trying to get everything going here. What's up, Trauma? Joe, you're working today, right? Good stream yesterday, man. I lurked the whole time. I was in there the whole time, and I just didn't say much. When you got into DCS, I was working on things around the house, so yeah, but great stream, man. Yeah, Maddie, I'm a little bit early, not too much. I try to make it on by 11:30 is what I shoot for, but I really don't have a dedicated stream time for the most part. I just try to start as soon as I can, and I have my short day is today, so yeah, it's my short days today, so I'm kind of pinched for time, and I'm hoping to get up to Rockford, and then hope to get out to I hope to get up to Rockford, Illinois, and then I hope to be able to fly out to Harrisburg as well. But the update coming out kind of might have jacked us up a little bit. So, can you help change the time from standard to live in the sim you're talking about? Play timer. It's going good, Trauma. Going good. So, oh man, the colors are already looking good. PSX is still jacked, of course. You can see that, but they've changed the voices, which is cute. At any rate. All right, I'm going to go ahead and connect. We are going to be UPS 556 Heavy. We have no ATC here as of the last time I looked. No, but we may have some heading out towards Cleveland Center. I don't know if that's going to be the case or not. Yeah, playtime real quick. Pay attention here. If you go into your settings menu up here, into your weather, and then you can change your time, click that to real time, and you should be good to go. Just click that to real time. If you slide this slider anywhere, it's going to change the time to where it goes. But if you got to click real time right there. But I am not going to be able to get back into that menu once I get connected here. So we are 556, UPS 556. Call sign. Yeah, that's us. Cool. I'm going to go ahead and pre-file this right now. In the menu, you got to go up to it's up on the right-hand side. You'll see like the weather and it'll be like a snowflake and all the stuff over there. That's the same area. All right, flight plans filed. Go ahead and connect. Cleveland's on, Houston's on. Auto ATC. Nice. You got it. Cool, cool. Put that in before I forget it. I definitely will forget it. Walk 6724. And we're going to go right to TARA. Let's get our CTAF for the field. One, 124.2. And we're going to plug in 122.8 for Unicom. I think we're good to go on that. Did that answer your question, Playtime? All right. Did our what I didn't do that I should have been doing already. Fine. Silly Nate. All right. Menu. Import. There we go. Now we're all here. IRS align. Let's get that going. Cool, cool. Glad it worked. Glad it worked. Welcome in all. We're getting ready to, we're setting up for a flight from Louisville, Kentucky up to Chicago. It should only be about an hour in the air, if that. And then hopefully we're going to have enough time to get out to Harrisburg. If not, we might do a helicopter tour of Chicago. We'll see what happens. Maybe we'll really try out the sim update and do some low and slow something or other. All right. Or maybe we go back out to New York as well. Hopefully it's a nicer day out there. All right. Flight plan, SDF. We are out on runway 17 left. We're out on the Spiller 1, which is common here. I think I'm going to do the event on Saturday, guys, in and out of Louisville. It'll be my first VATSIM event. Spiller 1 with the begin transition. Go up to Rockford. Coming in on the quote 1. Quote the Raven. Coming in on ILS 19. Oh, localizer back course. That one maybe? This one. Final no transition, aces. Aces. AVL, huh? Alright, insert it. Right now we have no... I'm gonna leave that there. Okay, so Ludpoo is the... Okay, this is the right one. Ludpoo, Toddy, Poppy. Okay. Alright, we good. Copy. Secondary, copy active. Cool. Alright. That's good. Take off. Go off of 17 left. Ink it up. Flaps 15. Course toga no. Plenty of runway there. We just landed on 17 left last night. 147, 150, 150. 147. 150. Once the IRS is aligned, we have to put that up on the I also have not done anything up here on my top panel because I stopped doing all of the things. I went and did my squawk code after when I was supposed to be doing this stuff. All right, IRS is to nav. Hydraulic panel is good. Passenger signs can come on. Cargo will have to fasten their seatbelt the whole trip. Electrical panel checked. Galley is turned on so somebody can make me a cup of coffee. IRS is not aligned, so those are flipping back down. Anti-ice panel is good. Exterior lights, we're going to go strobes to auto. Nav logo to 1. Beacon is not on yet. Cockpit voice recorder. Whoops. On while I'm up here on our crew oxygen supply. Slide back forward. Turn on our fuel pumps. Engine start panel, vent panel, oxygen panel, probe heat, window heaters. What's going on, everybody? Welcome in. Welcome to Sim Update 2, not the beta. Cross feed, emergency exit lights are on, and annunciator lights test and set. All right, cool. Now down to here, we're still not aligned just yet. I believe we can do our second init page. Block fuel. Love your new hardware? Nice, Maddie. Block fuel is... What'd you get? 28.55. We have 28.4 on there right now. There. Zero fuel weight is 254.3. And our zero fuel CG is 29.8. Alright, that's plugged in. Wild River, what's going on, man? I saw you in Captain Norse's stream. I've been lurking. I was lurking at Captain Norse's stream. He had a pretty cool stream going for On Air. I saw you in there, but I was driving and I couldn't even say hello. I was just lurking while I was taking my daughter to school. But how's it going? Headset now. Just make one video with commentary and export it. Nice, Maddie. All right. GPS primary, cool. All right, we're aligned now. We can now look at our flight plan right over here. But we have to go to plan first. Put constraints on. See how we look. Flying out. Little zigzag up through Indiana and into Chicago. There'll be a broken discon right up here that will continue this way, but the plan is to come up here and then go direct to Waipu, Whoopoo, whatever that is, and Woodpudu, and then we will come in for a landing south. All right, cool. So our flight plan's good. Come back up here. These will stay up now because we are aligned. Love Captain North. Yeah, he said I I followed him a while back, probably off of your stream, Wild River, and today was the first time I caught him. Very chill guy, and he's playing On Air. You know, messing around with On Air. I always loved On Air. I just don't know that I can handle another series on the channel right now. It's just gets a little nuts. I got about 5 series going right now. Anyway. All right, let's see what our takeoff. It was 153, and that has to go right here. Blew right by it. Watched your stream last night too, Wild River. How's I was in there for a little while, and then I had to duck out from there too. I was a whole bunch of crap going on last night. Are we not? Pillar 1, not a Come on, guy. Where's my chart? All right. Guess we got to find it. Approach chart. Bid. Archers. Pillar 1. Pin it. Thank you. So we have a speed restriction of 230 knots. So let's go ahead and spin this up to 230. Not 265. 230, that'll be good. Our runway heading is going to be it, but couldn't because it's an RNAV departure. Our runway heading is 170. Perfect. Have profile. Yeah, no sweat, man. He just got affiliated, worked really hard. Oh, nice, man. That's great. Yeah, he seems like real chill. I'm like, oh, I'm surprised I haven't seen this guy before. But yeah, really good dude. How's things with you, man? You working today? All right. Pop back to flight plan. We got our secondary flight plan is in. Our init page is done. Our takeoff is all of that stuff is all good. So we're gonna pop that over here so it's easily accessible. We are flight 556 heavy. I think we're done with that. Up on the glare shield. VOR to IL, that's set to nav. Our DH is going to be -5 and then off. Alt select, we're going to be going up to, that's our departure. Is it's filler transition, maintain 13,000. Expect a filed altitude 10 minutes after departure. According to departure, that's what we're going to be doing. The only constraints have to be above certain altitude way out. Perfect. Pretty straightforward. Work, wishing I was flying. SU2 dropped today. Yeah, I got it dropped about 10 minutes before I hit the live button. We had to restart the sim to get it to reinstall, but it was I wanted to make sure. The biggest thing is that UV slider. I mean, that UV slider is huge. The colors, making the colors pop a little bit better. I have mine set to -1.1. I've seen people have it set less, but I do believe that the colors pop a little bit better. I've yet to fly it at night, though, so we'll see. But all right, dudes, yeah, it's going good, man. We're back in SU2. The UV slider is here, so that was my bad. It is here. The game just didn't update the last time, but we're actually getting ready to get out of here. I do have some sim performance issues around SDF, in and around SDF. So it's actually going to be kind of interesting to see if it continues. Last night I had like a 30-second stutter on the way in here. So, all right, let's GPWS button. Stand by Addy. Release that. Flaps and slats are good. Landing elevation. Real quick, we're going to get this. We're almost out of here. Good. Landing elevation is 736 touchdowns. Would be right around there. Our flex temp is 63. That's set. Landing elevation's good. Let's go down to our ILS info. 109.3 is our, guys are like me and you didn't know what any of this stuff does. If you do not put this stuff in correctly, the ILS will never work right. It does take a few minutes to kind of grasp this plane a little bit. Chat GPT says they had a fix for it at least. That's good. Wonder what kind of an update the Xbox version got. I'm sure they got SU2, Maddie. I'm not really sure what that means for an Xbox simulator, but I'm sure they should have significant bug fixes over there as well. They did talk about game crashes and things like that, so hopefully you guys can at least play the game a little bit. All right, 109.3, 88, and those of you who don't know where to get, if you are unfamiliar with where to get that stuff, what I'm doing here is KSDF, and I'm looking at the same thing on a different monitor. So I'm sorry, it's actually K Rockford that we're going, RFD. Push this button. We're doing this. I want my arrival. Nope. All right. My approach, and I'm doing this ILS or localizer back course runway 9. This is where I'm getting this info right here. 109.3 and approach course of 188. If you don't put that in right, it's never gonna grab the ILS localizer when you get there. So, all right. What else? Did I miss anything in chat here? You think there was a fix for the bug you were having? Almost certain it was Flight Simulator because I stress tested the GPU and it did great. Yeah, it probably was, Deuce. It probably was. I mean, it's certainly feasible that it would be. All right, transponder set. Our flight plan is filed. We have no ATC here. Just one real quick check again. There is no ATC here at all or up in Chicago right now. All right, our APU is on. Our APU bleed is on. Our overhead panel is good. Pitch trim and yaw dampers are all set. Fuel pumps are all on. Fuel quantity is good. Parking brake is on. Ground power we can come off of. We actually did. Doors. Close all doors. They're done. You didn't have to close your door, guy. Arm all doors. Doors are armed. Double check that. The doors page. Good. And back to fuel.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Beacon on. All the windows are closed. Oh, I can see you sitting over there, guy. What are you doing? Snuck up on me there. Yeah, you stuck very, very sneaky. Aircraft doors, cockpit doors, beacon on. Transponder is on. And we can go ahead and kick this over to A. We're ready to light up as soon as... All right. It's our first flight in SU2. This is our first flight on stream. This is our first flight on stream as a UPS pilot. You guys, I forgot to even go over that. There's been so much going on. I got hired by UPS, which was a series goal in a pilot's life. So that was a series goal to fly the A300 in UPS, and here we are, 22 episodes in. I think we're a little late getting out of here. What's up, Nate Ref? I want to be facing east on UPS 2. Okay.
Release parking brakes.
Parking brakes can come off. Chocks are good. Arm all the doors. Parking brakes are off.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
How's it going, Nate? How's everything? Anybody jumping back into 2024 now that SU2 is out? Just a question. No judgment. See you later. Peace. All right. See you. I want to be 7 p.m. cannot come quick enough. All right. Get engine 2 motoring up. Just working away. They did. Yeah, they did this morning, man. Like literally 10 minutes before the stream, I actually had to shut the game down at the beginning of the stream. I had to shut the game down to get the SU2 to install so we could try it out. My first indicator that something wasn't right was the UV slider to chill out all of the ultraviolet like insanity, like the very bright, nutty, not humanly capable of seeing the color temperatures. I had to that slider was not there, which I thought was very odd, and so we restarted the sim, and then the update actually fired up. So it was. You didn't miss anything, Ivan, as we were just chilling out, yapping. Nothing crazy going on. We were 1.1 is where I'm at. Minus 1.1, Ivan is. I did knock it down. I messed with it last night. I did a flight from Phoenix out to Louisville, which was my first. That was my first UPS flight in a pilot's life. And I kind of messed with it a little higher than what this was and a little lower, and I really found a sweet spot, or what I believe is a sweet spot for at like minus 1.1 for me and my monitor. That's the other thing. That's gonna vary by your monitor on your computer, like all of the things. So you're not gonna be able to minus 1 is right where the sunset. Yeah, I can imagine the sunsets are great. What, you don't have predator vision? Yeah, exactly. Joe puts it perfectly. He literally looks like on my streams when I did not have that UV slider, it looks like you're sitting on the face of the sun. Like the concrete was like, dude, like it got crazy. All right, we can start engine 2. Engine 2 coming up. Go ahead and get our flaps set. Spoilers armed. Auto brake set to max. Is that on? Can't tell. Oh, it's off there, then on. Okay, good. Got it. All right. All right. Let's go ahead and get engine. Actually, you know what? We're going to wait. We're going to wait on the other engine. Get that in a minute. We're going to go ahead and shut our APU off. Bleed off. One off first. Put our taxi light on. Our runway turn off lights can come on. Our wing lights can. I need to set my takeoff trim. 0.2 down. Close. All right, let's see our taxi route here. This airport's get a little complicated. I have a graph. Again, guys, all I'm doing is looking at the airport charts here that are involved. They're I'm just our reference page. airport chart. Basically looking at this on another screen. So we're right there. We're taking this taxiway. We're going to call it out. It's just Delta, Foxtrot to Delta, cross runway 29. Maybe someday you'll see me I'll see you off my wing. I hope so, man. You had a blast in DCS. Dude, you look like you're having fun. That looks like, did you ever bomb? I know you bombed and hit a target. Did you bomb and hit, I saw a couple of things. You did damage a few things, but you looked like you were having a problem trying to figure out what targets were live and what targets were already dead. And that has been a problem for several years. Like I used to bomb things that were already dead forever. I used to do that a lot. So don't feel bad about that. That happens. Louisville traffic, UPS 556 Heavy. We are going to be taxiing out via Foxtrot Delta, cross runway 29 to Delta, take off. Louisville traffic. Flipping polarity, yeah, it does. It does help sometimes. Not all the time, though. But it does help. All right, let's rock. This plane is a little heavier than the 320. I'm off of that. Taking our first left right here is Delta. There. Louisville traffic, UPS 556 Heavy is crossing 29 at Delta. Louisville traffic. We'll say I've always had issues with this airport being very frame heavy. Still seems a little bit frame heavy. But hopefully we'll see how it goes. Yeah, last night coming in, beautiful day down here. A cloud in the sky, and I do have live weather on. I don't know if it's that nice real life down there or what, but yeah, flipping the polarity definitely helps. Definitely helps here and there, but sometimes it's that targeting pot is just a pain in the butt. It's tough to see, but you definitely get used to it, and it's easier when you see which ones are moving around down there as well. What's going on, gamer 1234 1444? How's it going? All right, I'm going to go ahead and start the second engine. Using the first engine and not the APU. Thank you. What are you up to today? Motoring. That thing going. Light it off. So we'll be doing a lot of flying in and out of here, guys. This is the UPS World Hub for shipping operations, or at least air shipping operations. So you might have remembered that we had several flights that we did for UPS a while back, and we actually purchased those flights in a pilot's life to be able to do them for experience, but we never got paid for them. Now we're actually flying for UPS Airlines, and we're getting paid and getting experience for all the flights that we're doing for UPS. So good stuff. All right, manual off. This thing should flip back across. There we go. Nice. Actually, it's nice to see the ground exactly, right? Maybe that was my problem with my landing ratings. It is nice. But yeah, I had not streamed. I think I streamed SU2 beta, the SU2 beta one time. It was the last stream. No, I didn't, Joe. I did that after my last stream, and I changed that while I was watching your stream, to be honest. That's when I changed that. I did not stream. I did fly, but I did not stream. You're right. Does it look better? I hope. All right, let's go weather radar on. Terrain on the ND. Pitch trim is set. Rudder trim is good. Spoilers are armed. Auto brake is set. Flaps are 2. Ecam doors page, we're good. Flight controls, that would be the thing. Flight controls are good. Throttle is working as well. Could go to taxi. These can now come up. I wanted to take a look at that compass. This to takeoff. Probes on. Louisville traffic, UPS 855 Heavy is lining up on runway 17 left for departure. He turning to the south, turning to the north on the Spiller 1 departure, climbing to 13,000. Terrain's on there. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I didn't do our takeoff config test. We'll bang that out. Normal is problem. All right, I think we're ready to rock. Check final one more time, and we're out of here. And have a nice departure over downtown Louisville. Still a little heavy on the frames. %, breaks off. But 80 knots, thrust set. V1. Used every bit of that runway. Positive rate gear up. Profile. We're not in profile. Thank you, Nate. Climb profile. Go flaps 1. Actually, we can clean up. Nose wheel light can come off. And spoilers can come off. Autopilot's on. Louisville traffic, UPS 8556, UPS 556 Heavy is about 5 miles to the south of the airport. We are at 4,000 feet at Dropa, and we're turning to the north on it. Text prediction started already? You know what I didn't do? I don't know if I even put in our flight plan into that. Fetch from Stimbry. Nice. Craft. UP. Go. That, and then Volanta. Add a flight plan, import. And UPS. All right, Volanta's in. I do believe. It climbs like a rocket. For being a heavy-ass cargo plane. Really wish they'd make that hitbox smaller. The ring can come off. It is hot as hell in my room right now, guys. It is not supposed to be this hot just yet, but such is life. You know what I don't have to do is put on a damn snowsuit and run out the door, though, every 30 seconds. That's what I don't have to do. Turn on the damn AC, man. I'm a cheap bastard, bro. So, that's SDF. This is downtown Louisville right here. Louisville. You guys have heard me say it before, but this is I-65. I drive down I-65 all the time through here. That's Kalu back there. Yeah, it's still a little stuttery, but to be honest with you, I've always had problems with stutters around Louisville. Heat's more expensive than AC? Well, I don't have the heat on. I think that's Kalu over there. Louisville traffic, UPS 556 Heavy. We're about 15 miles to the northeast of the airport at 13,000 feet. We're going to continue to our cruising altitude. I believe it is 35,000. And this will be our final call for Louisville traffic. Still in climb. All right, we can go down to Unicom. Who just came on? BNA ATIS is on. BNA Departure is on. Cleveland Center is still on. DC Center is on. And Houston Center is on. Still no ATC for me. No ATC for you. Aircon. Yeah. The problem is I think my air conditioner's so damn loud. You know what I could do is I could turn on the one on the in the living room and just have it come through my door. That one actually being so far away, it actually does cool the house down pretty well. The only other thing I want to do, I do have that in there. Good. All right. All right, guys. I think we're good. I think we're up. We're on the way. I want to check our cruise altitude real quick. 33,000. Adjust that. And we're chilling until we get to Rockford. I would not be able to live without it. I am the same way. I hate, like, it is May 15th. The fact that I would have to turn on my AC today, although I'm on the 7th floor right underneath literally right underneath the roof, it does warm up in here real fast if there's no breeze especially. So air con in the living room, blow the fan from the outside room in for circulation. That's it. That's the plan. Up, Boston Center's on, Atlanta Center's on. Everybody's on, but us. Uzi, I did watch Stu last night. I did not know he did ATC. I had already followed him. Oh, that should have been off already. I had already followed him, and I did not realize that he was ATC. I'll be chatting with him. I'll be chatting with him a lot. I don't. Oh, it is windy out in Rockford, and it's crappy. 3,600 feet, scattered clouds, broken clouds 4,800, overcast at 5,500. I'm glad I picked the ILS approach. Hawks Girl, welcome in. Yeah, I'm really glad I picked the ILS approach. Pressure is 29 or 57. Set that over here. Gracias. Parroting. With my headset on last night, even though I have default ATC, I was parroting the calls that your pilot was responding to. All right. You could also parent your co-pilot as well, Maddie. A good way to learn, for sure. Misbehaved Chimera. Thank you for the follow last night. If you were here, I wanted to, I know that's Misbehaved B's husband, I believe. Thank you for the follow. Misbehaved actually did her first stream yesterday. Did a great job. I was in there for a few minutes. I didn't really get to chat much, but playing The Sims. Oxro, what time's your webinar, by the way? Bus day? Very nice. Yeah, so far, I mean, it's certainly not running any worse than SU1 was. I feel that it's certainly more smooth. Again, it really not really a fair comparison because I've always had issues in I've always had issues with SDF, but we'll see. And coming in and out of Crack found a parrot emoji. Nice. At the workplace, they actually wanted. Oh, they did want you, huh, Deuce? Oh, you just finished it. It was only 30 minutes. Okay. Last year when Hurricane Milton came through, we were without power AC. Yeah, dude, I remember that. That's why I said. That's why I told you guys. If you guys ever need to bail out, man, even if it's like AC, like you're out of power and you want to come up north, like you know, our house is frigid. My wife hates me in the summertime, but there's definitely a long time to go, especially in Tennessee and Florida like that. I couldn't even imagine. Nah, no worries. If you're like if you get something where you're like knocked out like that, bro, we're a day drive away. That's it. Get the hell out of the zone and get off the X, as they say. All right, I gotta go turn on that air conditioner. I'll be right back, guys. Before ATC pops on here, if they do. Okay. Gotta go medicate the chickens. Yeah, we had one of our chickens we think had or possibly had a staph infection, which might have been the reason why two of them did die. But yeah, very weird. Actually, we hit this waypoint right here, and then that's our arrival waypoint. This is a real quick flight. You still think Waterbelly? All right. They're actually cutting out on staff here to spend less money on staff. Healthcare, gotta love it. Yeah, exactly. No, they don't care. They don't care. DC, Houston, Cleveland, Boston. All right, all. Well, I'm getting ready to fly over Indy. It's right off to our left. Over it already. Colors look so much better. You can actually see the plane in the sky. Flying over in a second. This is all Indiana over here. Oh, Unicom. Yeah, I don't know. It really depends on when we get there. Really like to get the that MHT flight in, the second flight in, but I don't know. It's really going to take. I'm going to have to plan the flight and see what we're looking like for. The timing. I have to go get my daughter. I have to be off of here by 2:30. So we'll have to see how it looks. Right, let's plan for our arrival here. We're already over, like I said, Indianapolis. That's only a 2-hour, 2.5 hour car ride from Chicago, although we're another hour of a car ride, if not a little bit more, west of Chicago at this airport. But all right, plan on a landing here on runway 19. Pretty good crosswind. Try, I guess. Go full flaps, brake the auto low. Oh, go medium. Yeah, medium brake. Oh. So tomorrow, guys, I drop my daughter off at school. I'm gonna come home. I'm gonna get fired up, and I'm gonna be going for a pretty good duration tomorrow. Should be a long stream tomorrow. Saturday, as of right now, my plan for Saturday is to attempt the VATSIM event that's going in, actually the airport we just left, Louisville. I'm going to attempt to do these UPS flights in conjunction with the event going on. So we might be in, depending on how long the event is, we may be in or out. We could be either leaving there, arriving there. Very few flights that we're going to be doing. I mean, some flights do continue on, but many of the flights that we're going to be doing while we are flying for UPS in a pilot's life are going to be either ending or originating in stopping in Louisville. So that's going to be, because that is the UPS World Hub. So we'll see how it goes. Like anti-ice can come off. But I think that's going to be my plan for Saturday, is that we're gonna attempt the take a look and see what that Friday. Oh, somebody's got an approach exam. EMMN. Thursday's in Toronto. There's an night. Won't be around tonight. Is it Mexico? Okay. Friday. Quite a few events Friday too. S3 exam, a C1 exam. These are over in Europe. Newark, JFK, and LaGuardia tomorrow night, 1800 to 22. And then Saturday, Indy Center Race Day. That's 7 o'clock p.m. to 11 o'clock p.m. Don't know if that is local or if that is Zulu. Indy time, 7 to 11. Okay, so that's, yeah, we'll be catching a little bit of that anyway. And then there's, yeah, that'll be my first event, if that's what we do. But it'll be good. It'll be good. Probably some good ATC that night. Be a lot of fun. I think probably going to be terrorizing too for me. We'll see. You know, like, this is where the 1.1 might be. It might get the cockpit a little dark. I also have a handy dandy flashlight that Joe likes so much. So. All right, we are directly over Indianapolis right now. We still have about 150 miles to top of descent. I was looking on our landing info, 109.3 and a course of 188. We'll double check that. Correct. Our landing elevation is 736 feet, which is closer to 750. 7. You love that thing. You do love that thing. That day, you're like, bro, the storm lights above will light what you need. Stop with the flashlight. Funny. Our minimums are 1260. There we go. Approach speed 143. And at this waypoint, we are actually transferring over to Chicago Center. Over there either. On the quote 1, look at, so you guys, I'm trying to get the hang of, trying to get it so you guys can see what I'm doing on the charts here. I could pull it up on the web overlay, but I'm trying to do this more inside of here. We go Rockford, going arrivals. We're going to look at the quote 1, our arrival in, coming in this way. Pontiac is actually my hometown is probably like right there. We're going to fly over it again. Coming in to Rockford over here. So when we leave YOLO, we have to be on a course of 110, and we're flying up 110, and then we'll come back and landing. We're landing south. So Got to be at 8,000 at YOLO. Why is this thing flying so fast? We'll set that so we're good. Ibanez's stream yesterday was 11 hours and 51 minutes and 30 seconds. He's beating your record. Maddie, you haven't been around long enough. My record is way beyond that. I used to stream Scum for 18 hours. But yeah, not to take anything away from Joe. Joe did a fantastic stream. But I used, yeah, it's, I have streams, I couldn't even tell you how many. I'll bet you Hawksgirl could. She could tell you how many streams that I've done like that. But yeah, it was not uncommon. Crack knows. Crack, me, Roscoe, Pontiac, we would be on that game playing for 14, 15 hours. Insanity. Like, just silly stuff. But it's always a good day to do, man. Those are fun ones. You catch every time zone. Everybody comes in from the whole community, or typically people stop in from all the time zones. You're able to catch everybody at least for a few minutes, and hopefully they come in and say hello, and everything works out like that. But yeah, right. I'm actually kind of curious. I have 700 videos on the channel now. I actually just got that achievement the other day, and I want to go back to like my earliest live stream here. Yeah, I have 591 live streams on the channel. I wish you could sort them by duration. There was a Kodiak stream from FS Economy that was 10 hours and 39 minutes. That was on November 24, 2024. Your first stream was Scum. So was mine, I think. 11 hours and 54 minutes. FS Economy, flying airliners. That was on September 16th of 24. 4 or 5 hours, 10 hours. Virtual Aviation Series, July 15th of 24. That was my birthday stream, right? Eight hours, 4 hours, 2 hours, 6 hours, 6 hours, 8 hours. What game? I think in Shrouded I dove in hard. And it was like I was doing 10-hour streams playing Enshrouded there for a while. Scum. No, yeah, it was Enshrouded. Day 2. Day 1 of Enshrouded, 9 hours. Day 2, 9 hours. And it was all back to back. It was January 31st. And actually both January 31st because I streamed into the next day. 12 hours of City Skylines on December 27th, 23. 8 hours, 6 hours, 5 hours of City Skylines. I'm just kind of curious now. I mean, if Maddie brings up an interesting, like, what is the record? What is my record? Yeah, that's usually that's usually where I live in. It's usually mine on my long days are 4 to 6, 4 to 7, and then or 5 to 7, and then my short days. I mean, my short days can be down to an hour and a half, 2 hours, but I'm only through half of my live stream. DCS 5 hours, 6 hours, 8 hours DCS World. I'm really curious, Maddie. I'm going to have to check that out. I don't know what my record is now. 6 hours scum, 7 hours scum. August 30th, 31st, September 1st, 2nd, 3rd. All 8-hour streams on scum. September of 2021. Those are the COVID days. This was back when I was back working at the firehouse too. 7 hours Valheim, 7 hours Valheim. Yeah, Roscoe and I we would be on here for days. I don't know if there's a way to sort it by duration. Four hours too. We are getting there. Back when I was working full time. Before the new rig. How's everybody doing today, guys? $10. The Brink of Extinction series on Night Kingdoms track. Remember that? 10.5 hours on that. The Brink of Extinction. That was one of my first coffee streams. My first stream was February 25th, 2019. February 25th, 2019. All right, we're becoming, I'm getting distracted. Our top of descent here shortly. NKX, yeah, very tough server. That was a really tough server. Then you had PvP going on as well. All right, stim update, guys. Let's see if we can pull this up quick before our top of descent. We'll take a look at it. I didn't get a chance to look at it at all. I was hoping to check it out with you guys, and I'm sitting here yapping about my streams from 7 years ago. Sim updates. We're about 40 miles from top of descent. So if you're playing on PC, outdated packages in your community folder may have unexpected impact on title's performance. Move your community package to another folder. NVIDIA has released their graphics updates. I updated those last night. I just saw that. An issue has been identified where selecting 3x or 4x for DLSS may lead to application instability. Fixes underway. NVIDIA users can use DLSS override to enable DLSS multi-frame general. General updates, aircraft core systems, gameplay. Who that, man? Matrix 58 months. Speaking of old school, thank you again for the resub, the remembership over on YouTube, bro. 58 months in a row. I appreciate you. OG channel guy right there. Definitely found me right after we started streaming somehow. Controls and peripherals, activities, general updates. Dumps console logs when reporting. Gyro drift and gyro drift. Yo, hot take of the day here. The Greek food. Gyro or Euro? Throw it in chat. Because it's Euro. Just so you know. Everybody from New York is insane. It is definitely Euro. Let's not start what? You don't tell me you call it gyro, Ibanez. Don't tell me you call it a gyro. You are Polish, for crying out loud. You're in the same hemisphere. Added a wake turbulence visualization option. Added wake turbulence assistance. That's going to apply to me. Filter seaplane-based airports. New validation process developed to give more information to control aircraft developers over the career compatibility. A new field has been added to the flight sim section targeted specializations. During ingestion, the field will be compared to the result of the career compatibility. New field has been added in flight sim sections. Stability and performance. Added option to reduce rolling cache size at the cost of clearing the current cache. Improve loading types for packages with a lot of individual files. Fixed an issue where rapidly switching between tabs in the settings menu could lead to unexpected behavior. Reduced request count when loading models, pre-computed model statistics. Fixed a rare crash when internet connection was lost. I had that several times. Why I'm losing internet connection, I don't know. Euro, exactly right. No hard G. 1 month membership in the books for me as of yesterday. 1 month membership in the books? Oh, Maddie. Oh, gotcha. Well, thank you as well, Maddie. Fixed a crash when suspending the sim on Xbox. Improved the time when it takes to open the in-game panels. Fixed a crash when changing DLSS quality during VR. Reduced performance hit when avatar is near objects with complex collisions. Fixed a crash when many avatars meet up online. Fixed a potential infinite loading when importing config files. Rare crash caused by live traffic. I'm going to call that BS. Rare. There's no rare crash. Hopefully they become more rare as they keep rolling this stuff out. Improve rolling cache usage. Fixed crashes inside GPU drivers due to off-by-1 error inside texture loading code. Fixed double focus issue in UI lists. Still no CRJ for those who bought it off the marketplace. Oh, God, that's not good. Fixed aircraft selector showing an empty tile when opening. Added more information to debug FPS panel. Fixed crash when trying to remove a facility airport. Fixed some infinite loadings on boot due to deadlocks inside I/O code. The pronunciation of Euro is a Greek dish, typically Euro, with a slight emphasis on the R. Euro. Euro. General bug fixes. Footsteps when walking. Awesome. I've been waiting for that the whole time. This is now the sim is complete. I can hear footsteps while walking. While doing the walk around that I do not like to do. All right, we're coming up on our top of descent. We're going to go ahead and head down. Fixed fix the quit to desktop button. I didn't know that was a problem. Fixed an issue where the tail number of aircrafts were not correctly applied. Special characters can no longer be entered in the tail number. Fixed arrow keys not doing anything. Fixed incorrect loading of aircraft airline codes. Fixed numbers not formulating correctly. General VR fixtures fixes. Fixed the ratio of panels in VR flight. Fixed appearance of toolbar when going out on a VR flight. Fixed some 3D UI that were appearing in front of the panels. This is done with VR now. We're back in regular. Getting ready to fly over my hometown. We might be able to see it today. There's Pontiac, Illinois. That's Odell, Illinois. And that there is Dwight, Illinois. That's my hometown right over there. Right there. The airport we flew out of in the helicopter the other day is right there. And then we flew around. The high school's right over here that I went to. We tried to land in the high school. Uh-oh. Sounded like the wind was pulling down. Ropenza! What's going on, man? Heck of a day there. Yo, 300 bits, bro. Drops in and drops 300 bits. Thanks, man. Appreciate you. Have a good day at work, man. We were just discussing the word for the Greek food gyro. How's it going, Ropenza? Welcome in, guys. You guys don't know Ropenza? Another awesome flight sim streamer. Check him out. He's got a day job, so he streams a little later right now. But in the summertime, I believe he's streams a little bit in the day as well. But all right, let's. What the hell was I doing? Plummeting to the earth right now. Oh, I was turning on anti-icing. Thanks again for the 300 bits, Ropenza. Appreciate you, man. That's not anti-icing at all. This is. We are careening down to the earth. I was outside looking at my hometown, man. It's back there now. That, I believe, is Marseilles, Illinois. Or Ottawa. That might be Ottawa. Marseilles is probably there. Morris back there. We are descending, I'll give you that. I'll drop my bits if I get arrested. If I drop my bits, I get arrested, Crack says over on YouTube. Of course, thank you for the stream. Oh, yeah, no problem, man. Thanks for dropping in. We're supposed to be down to flight level 240. I'm going to go ahead and drop this out, guys, until square things away here. Supposed to be down to flight level 240. Oh, perfect. All right, good. We're following. We're tracking. We're tracking. Five flights broken out. Oh, five fights have broken out at your work location. Into school, man. They're all fired up. You're educator, right, Rope? Yeah. Yeah, that's it's a job. Hats off, man. There's no way in hell I could do that job. I'd be smacking kids' head together, left and right. Dunk. Sit down. It's without question. So much patience. Trust me. I'd be thinking, yeah, exactly right. I have no doubt. I have no doubt at all. They gotta, though. I mean, like, when you come into the picture, I mean, you see these, like, the middle-aged teachers and things like that. I mean, when they see a dude, and I don't know that you're a teacher or not, but, you don't have to say it if you are or not, but obviously you're working in the schools. But, like, when they see a dude, like, they gotta have, like, oh, can't mess with him. Like, it has to be like that, because I know how, like, most of the men teachers, I was just like, whatever, pansies. Like, it was... yeah, it was just the men teachers were all, ancient and overweight, and there was no way that they were going to be able to do anything, to break up a fight. It was just, yeah. But the like the new aged, men that are getting into the job that are young and, fit and, that do, pay attention, it's there's probably a newfound respect for them. All right, well, we're in on the arrival. I'm like, if my son did some of the, yeah, exactly, man, exactly. You know, you wouldn't have to worry about it. Like the teacher wouldn't have to worry about it. Just call me. I'm coming to the school. I'll smack him. I'll smack him around right in front of you. Most of the guy teachers were also coaches. They were all always fun. Yeah, right, Busty. Yeah, that we did have a little bit of that. We did have a little bit of that. All right, let's get our. Make sure our ATIS is squared away. We don't have an ATIS, but make sure our altitude 2957 is what we're looking for. That's what it is. But yeah, I hats off to you, man, because I definitely could not do that job. I got in a fight at a football game once. I don't know. I think I went through my entire school. The only fight I got into, really, I don't think I ever got into a fight in school. Like, there were a couple of people that thought they were going to fight, but the fight actually didn't really happen as well as they wanted it to. So it really, I wouldn't even classify it as a fight. But yeah, I don't know. And then when I became an adult, like that ship sailed. There were guys, couple people like in general along like people I've come across in like work or in like even in life. It's like, bro, not fighting you. What are we, 10? Out of here. Meet me at Pinecone Path. All right. Got up. As a senior, I broke up fights, pretending to be Rocky in the middle of them. Yeah, I was a teacher for 10+ years, needed a change of scenery, decided to work in the operation side of things. Actually love it more for sure now, plus more money too. Yeah, absolutely, man. Great, good for you. And that's the thing too, is like it's like anything, man. Like I don't think that you can stay doing the same job for more than 10 to 15 years. I think you need a switch, whether you get promoted doing a job that you were doing and you're a supervisor, but you get stale and you start to worry about what the hell, like it starts to become mentally taxing. I think you need that refresh. I did my job for 30 years and I really should have gotten promoted. I really should have became a lieutenant or a captain. I did have the benefit of changing departments a few times, which, you know, if I would have stayed at my original department and did the same thing for 30 years, I would have lost my ever-loving mind. But, yeah, why are we going so damn fast? We're supposed to be at 250 right now. Definitely not 175, though. Let's throw out the brakes. Yep. Also at school, a kid was making fun of one of my friend's moms, and I always said if they'd hit me, I was allowed. So I told him to punch me, and he did. And things went down. Mom went into the office after they. Yep, exactly. That's exactly it. Some people they just need lessons. That's it. Right. Anti-ice can come off. One-way turn-off lights. Gonna drop that stupid. That can go to taxi. We're plummeting. Coming into the Rockford area. Why are we so fast? And I don't understand why that went to 320 knots either. We're definitely losing points there. Said, damn, man. All right, we do need auto brake and medium. So far, rope, it feels okay. I've had some frame issues in SDF in Louisville. I did have some frame issues at SDF, but I always do because of my payware there. We're leaving YOLO right here. We're leaving at 110 degrees. 110? No, 10. Damn, man. Nate, what are you doing today, man? And then we're descending to our intercept. Of 2,600. All right, so we're going to leave here at 10. All right, now we're doing a little bit better on the speed, but we're definitely going to get dinged for that without question. Yeah, I'm stuck at work too, guys. It sucks. You know what? It's brutal. Rapenza, you didn't realize that I was only 47? You didn't realize that the other day when we were talking about retirement and such? All right, let's go ahead. We can come down on 10 is where we're going. That's only a little bit. This guy, yeah. That's right. I'm pretty proud that I'm retired at 47, guys. I'm pretty proud of that. Made the right moves. I got lucky. I'm stuck at work. Who works? Yeah, who does? Anyway. Oh, no. All right, let's start down. Wow. All right. Go ahead and go ILS on. Go into landing mode. Final approach. $47 and retired. I need that, yeah. All right. 2,600 by there is where we got to be. This is, oh, I guess it's 2,400 there. Is that what that says? That's not what the chart says. Kick this back a little bit. 2,400 at Toddy. All right. Airport's right there. Hit the bricks at 56. There you go, Bob. Welcome in, man. Like I said, it was the retirement that I didn't know I needed. It worked out in my favor. I had no idea I was going to need that 20-year and out thing. I had no clue when I started the job. That was not the goal. Thought for sure I would be there for 30-some years. I should probably get CTAF from Rockford, huh? 1181. About 5 miles out. 5 miles out at 5,000 in the back course. Rockford traffic, UPS 556 Heavy is about 10 miles to the west of the airport at 4,400. We're coming in on the quote 1, the ILS back course localizer. Getting ready to go direct to Wadpu and land full stop on runway 19 for UPS 556 Heavy, Rockford traffic. And out goes the fire department, Crack says. Likewise. It's going good, agents. We're getting ready to land. We're setting up. I think my live weather is not on right now. I thought it was. Real time live. I thought live weather was on. I was gonna say there was supposed to be a lot more clouds around here, but I don't know why my live weather has been shutting off. I'm not really 100% sure why. 88. I'm gonna go flaps 2. Should be making our. Actually, I think we're just gonna go direct to We're low enough. Yeah, see, the frames are still not great, but set that. Go ahead and we're going direct to the. Oh man, I screwed up. Sorry, guys. We're gonna be in a really, really tight final right there. We're not going that and we're making about a 160-degree turn there, so we're gonna fly out to the left here a little bit, and then we'll come back. My bad. I thought we were a little further north than we were. That was going to result in a go-around. I have not flown X-Plane at all, Gians. There are several. Love the A300, best plane. Yeah, IniBuilds best plane. I love this thing. I just got hired on a pilot's life for UPS, and I'm so freaking happy, Ropenza. That was my, just so I could fly the A300 with stream-friendly routes. It's just, it's been, it's just been, it's gonna be great instead of trying to invent routes or buy routes or try to piecemeal them all together. I'm actually excited because the UPS routes are all really stream friendly. There's like 2 or 3 that I know of that are like 3 or 4 hours, but most of them are hour-long flights. Like this one, hour-long up, SDF to Chicago, up by Chicago, or like this one. The next one is out to out by Pittsburgh, to Harrisburg. Some stuff up to Boston, like just really cool airports to fly into, and stream friendly flights too. So we're just cruising here at like 2,400 feet off the ground. As farmers are like, what in the hell is going on right now? But yeah, exactly. They everywhere, and they don't have, you don't have to have like 10-hour flights. Like that was the problem. I took some cargo airline in the A300. I took some cargo flights over in Europe, but they were literally like, yeah, there's still some framey things going on here, but they were, some of those, like when I was flying for MNG, like those flights, they were all like 4-hour flights. But LGA is a very nice airport. I used to work there, agents. Boston's very nice too. I do have the scenery for that. But yeah, just good stuff. All right. Now I think we can get to the point where we can turn back towards Toddy. We can go back to nav mode. A little bit of rain up here. LaGuardia. All right. Flaps. We're in flaps 2. Guys, landing predictions are up. I don't have the time to throw on the poll, I don't think. I apologize for that, for the channel points. This plane, I've actually done a little bit better landing than the Phoenix. Should test Nate on airport codes. Go for it, man. I know a lot of them. I meant Logan initially, but your brain thought LGA was Logan. Oh, yeah, it definitely does that. Give me a shot, Crack. Give me a shot. What do you got? Predict crater bust, he says. That's not nice. Not nice. All right. We did do an extended downwind, but we are coming in. Lunchtime. All right, crack. You see Penn thing about sim gaming. Gonna try to drive down to Providence for Flight Sim Expo in June. Nice, Egan. You should you pop out to Chicago, man. We're gonna be doing we're doing that Flight Sim gaming. It's flight gaming. I'm sorry, it's sim gaming. It's all of the simulations, not just flight, not just racing. It's all of a whole bunch of different ones. Wolf X Ice, what's up? Welcome in. 110 around 110 or 20. Nice. All right. Cool. I think you might be giving me a little bit there. I'm not that good, but I'll take it. All right. Localizer's not armed just yet. It is armed. It's just not captured yet. Set up. ILS is on. $142 is what we're looking for. You're down. Rockford traffic. UPS 556 heavy. We're going to be on a 5-mile final for runway 19. Rockford traffic. You're living in Europe. Nice. Unfortunately, that Sim Gaming Expo is the first few weeks of your semester. Nice. All right. Let's go. Full flaps. Spoilers are armed. We got to go auto brake to medium. We're going to be exiting right. All of our lights are on. Nose lights good. Very slow. I should have just went all the way out to Wadpoo and came in that way, or Wadoop, or whatever the heck it is. Milwaukee approach is on. Close, here we go. Localizer yet still. I'm going to be landing this thing by hand here in a second. Yep. My aircraft. Hello. Localizer didn't grab, so I'm not quite sure what's up with that, but good. Gears down, 3 greens, auto brake set, spoilers are out, laps are good. One of my favorite planes. Favorite plane's the hand fly. Back over there. Auto throttle off. Oh, loady. There's clapping. The cargo is clapping. Way off to the left of the center line here. 100 knots. Yeah. 80 knots. And hitting Gulf. Rockford traffic. UPS 556 heavy. Vacated runway 19 at Gulf. Taxiing to UPS cargo. 155 is what landing rate manager gave us. All right, let's clean up. That was the cross one was 11 knots according to the METAR when we before. So kick that off. Lights off. These can stay on. Strobes can come off. Taxi on. APU on. Thank you, Lieutenant Bob. Appreciate it. Ibanez won by 18. Levitex had me landing at 151. Wow. Wow. With a 15 knot wind. Not really a crosswind, but I was way left of the center line though. That was not pretty there. All right, that's off. We're all set here. Did not put terrain on the ND. Zoom in here and see what we got. I'm gonna go ahead and shut engine number 1 off. Gonna be going Bravo. Oh, wait. Cargo apron. Is that us? Nah, UPS is all the way over there. Of course. Come on, guy. My package is safe. That's all that matters. It's the best. That's all you can ask for, man. They don't ever fly the breakable stuff with me. Guess that's it. All right. Rockford traffic, UPS 556 heavy is going to be taxiing to UPS cargo via Bravo Golf cross runway 7 Foxtrot. Rockford traffic. Yeah, I don't know. Where am I gonna? We're probably gonna have to. I don't think we're gonna have enough time for the flight out to. We got about 2 hours, and we haven't even started it yet. So I don't know that we're gonna have enough time for the MDT flight. We'll have to plug it in and see what it looks like. Brakes are hot. Gotta see if there's a scenery for Rockford. Welcome in, everybody. Wolfx Ice said he predicted a 110 to 120 over on YouTube. We got a 151, so you really weren't that far off. Yes, cargo's over here. It's actually a pretty big, a decent-sized cargo airport out here. It's about 90 miles west, northwest of Chicago. They do a substantial amount of cargo ops out of here. Oh, there was a shortcut over there. Yeah. Thought that was the one that went into the south cargo area, but Rockford traffic, UPS 556 heavy is crossing runway 7 Golf. Rockford traffic. Yeah, so we're gonna check the flight time. Hopefully, if it's an hour and a half, we might be able to get it in. If it's gonna be longer than that, we may go on a little bit of a low and slow, maybe a Kodiak flight or something like that. But kind of curious myself. I haven't been in the Kodiak in forever. I'm probably going to make a complete clown of myself trying to get that thing going. But I've actually been in a helicopter before I've been in the Kodiak. Eight positions? Nah, guy. Nah. Parking. Probably just going to have to park. Come over here. Go to Foxtrot and we'll park in the first one. What's everybody up to today? No lines. Where is the kaboom? There's supposed to be a kaboom. Supposed to have some lines here to park on, but they don't be wanting to show those. Some rando lines. Yeah, we're just going to park right here. All I could and see if GSX will deport us. I don't know if they will or not, but we're not going to jack with it too much. Right, off. Strobes are off. Beacons off. View is on. Flight is there. And shut off our beacon now that the engine is off. Oh, those should have been off. We're probably going to get dinged for that. Alright. Shocks. That actually might have been causing some of our sim performance issues. Having that Navigraph open. Alright. Shocks in. GPU on. Gotta disable the doors. Remember that, guys? This thing will pop the slide if you don't do that. Use up. Ground power on. And let's see if GSX will deport us. They're probably going to say you're too remote. Which is fine. We'll just be able to do a insta start and get out of here real fast if the flight is going to be by restarting here. We'll do it one more time, and if it doesn't work, we're just going to call ourselves deboarded and import the new flight, and we'll get on with it. We have an hour and a half. I don't think it's going to work. I think maybe we hop into a helicopter and go from there. Go check out the cities. that being said, disconnect from BatSim. Show that. And spend a second to try to look at our landing or our route. But our lines were just not. That is not what the lines look like on the chart. It does look like a parking spot. Yeah, there's supposed to be parking spots coming off of each one of those. But oh boy, my sim's acting wonky. All right, let's take a look. What? Again, I didn't even do anything with that compass that time. All right, guy, with the compass. Somebody's doing that remotely. Yeah, max initial approach. We blew through that, and then our taxi light source usage exceeds GPU memory capacity. That's the first time I saw this again last night. That was the first time I've seen that, but it's probably got something to do with having these overlays on, or these games over, different windows overlaid on top. So, yeah, definitely 97 was could have been better. We were way off. Actually, according to Simbrief, we actually weren't as bad as I thought. Actually didn't float it nearly as far as I thought either. They gave us a 155 with a wind speed of 15 coming from, would have been this way, right? Yeah. Oh, hand flown because the ILS didn't grab for whatever reason. I'll take it. Go ahead and log it. That was, I believe, in our for our a pilot's life schedule. I believe that was like 10. Yeah, we're not gonna make that flight. This is not gonna work. It's I think it's 570 miles. It's gonna be at least 2 hours. But we'll take a look at the dashboard here for the next payday. We're gonna have a great payday. We did 8 flights this week for a total of 18 hours of flying time, and it's only Thursday. I plan on doing at least that much this week. So yeah, 54 flights total. We're making almost $67 an hour for UPS, so we're actually gonna be all right. And I think in a couple of weeks we'll have enough money for that A330. Take a look at that A330 that you guys have been talking about. Sconce has been talking about it in Discord. Joe mentioned it the other day in chat. I think somebody else mentioned it too. I got to check it out and jump in there and see how it goes. I don't know what the range is on that thing, but there's actually an APL event that starts Sunday. This event, I might end up jumping into it. I don't know if it can do that, to be honest with you. 330. It probably does, but this is a that's a 380 run. I could definitely do it 380, but I do have a 380 that I could do it. $1,000. It's Global Airlines. They put out a notification that it's basically their only event for this, and it's the Global Airlines is A380 trip. But that's a possibility of an overnight long haul right there. And actually, that might not even be an overnight. That's probably just a 6 or 7 hour flight. But our next flight would have us going out to Harrisburg. I think we're going to wait for tomorrow for that one. And then it will actually, tomorrow we'll start off with Rockford to Harrisburg, and then it'll be Harrisburg back, and then we'll be basically reversing the entire trip. We're going to go Rockford to Harrisburg, Harrisburg to Rockford, and then Rockford back to Louisville where we started. And then hopefully we have time to do SDF to Cedar Rapids as well. Out to Iowa, and then there's like a 90-mile flight here. That's a wild flight right there for an A300. 90 miles, and then we do Des Moines back to Louisville, and then Louisville to Buffalo, and then Buffalo back to Louisville. I'm thinking that we save these three for Saturday for the event. That's what I'm thinking, because we'll be in and out of Louisville 2 or 3 times. So, yeah, Maddie, when you do a raid, you hit the raid button and then start the raid. You have to hit the raid again after everybody cycles in. So, yeah, the raid, it does say start raid, and then you hit the raid button, and then it says X amount of viewers are ready, and then you have to hit the raid button again after you select who you're going to raid. So yeah, that's our loose plan for the week, guys. I will be back. I'm not going anywhere right now, but I will be back on tomorrow for sure for a long stream, and then Saturday is likely going to be a long stream as well. So that's and then we're hoping to do this. If it's not too crazy, we'll be on VATSIM for this Louisville event, in and out of Louisville a couple times anyway. But well, in and out, maybe not a couple of times for the event, but we'll be in and out of Louisville. All right. Well, let's look at Volanta here and see what Volanta gave us. The first person to arrive in Rockford. The hell? What is this? Oh, that was that stupid when we logged in on the runway accidentally. Why? I didn't restart the flight when I turned in too early. I should have been back up here. Then I think I was too low on the localizer to hit it, but they gave us a 158. Actually, I felt that I was way off the center line compared to this. I mean, I was off the center line, but I thought I was much further off the center line than that. Just past the touchdown zone. And then a Levitex. And if anybody wants to add me in a Levitex or Volanta, feel free. Add me as a friend up here. A Levitex, I don't know if that's a setting or not, but I wish their track line would be a little thinner. You could see it. It takes up half the runway. You really can't get a good bead on where you touch down. But yeah, this is. I should have made that left there. I thought there was. Yeah, I thought this. I don't believe this piece was here in the sim. So I was thinking that when I saw this, it was this, and I went around, and we should have just went golf across. Whatever, minor stuff. All right, and then I just double check our FS hub. I think it should have tracked it. Our flight gave us a 155. It was an hour 3. Nice. All right, I think we're going to jump into a helicopter, guys. Restart the sim, though. I think we're going to jump in. What do you guys want to do? You want to do New York again, or you want to do Chicago? Or anywhere else, for that matter. I have some time to kill. I just don't have enough. I just don't have enough time to do a flight on APL anymore. So that'll be. I do not have any of the sceneries, so all of the sceneries will be stock scenery from MSFS. I don't have any of the like city sceneries or anything like that. Go take a look at New York City again, or maybe even leave Chicago. Yeah, maybe we could actually show you where the Sim Gaming Expo is going to be. That. Take off from Schaumburg Airport. Or DuPage County Airport. That's actually right by my house. It's about time for Chicago Center to log in. It's typically how it works for me. As soon as I log out, that's a whole crew of planes on VATSIM that just left Indianapolis. do Nashville. Nashville looks like crap in the sim though. I gotta get a couple of the sim, the city sceneries. Doozy, somebody's flying out of Syracuse. London. I don't know anything about London to give you a tour. But yeah, those are. I mean, we'll have time for a little bit of that. Take a look. I have to go to helicopter controls. We'll see. We'll see how this goes. Last helicopter flights were a little hairy. Guys, while this is loading up, I'm gonna go grab a cup of coffee. I'll be right back. Head is sweating. Oh, nice, Bob. Oh, sorry, man. I didn't know you were coming in. My bad. Were you on VetSim? Have to. We're gonna have to check out a helicopter. We're gonna do some low and slow stuff. Check out the update, see how it's going. What did we fly the other day? These are our two. DJ3 Plus. Okay, gotcha. A cargo variant here. Wild. A wild aircraft right there. Hmm. The Chinook has me intrigued. Thank you, Maddie. I don't even know if the Chinook will fit on some of these. Give it a whirl. -16. Nice, man. Nice. fly out where the we'll fly out from where the Chicago Fire Department helicopter leaves. Like the water ripples there. Gonna have to go to helicopter controls. All right, controls. Controller. Joystick. Helicopter control. Show's locked. Wonder why that is. Curves are set. Throttle. 2000, we had the IAF convention in Chicago. Yeah, yeah. Yep. And all right, we'll give this a whirl. I just kind of want to see what this would be my collective. Why does it show? Hmm. Yeah, I don't think I was. I don't think I made that. No, I definitely did not go to the. Oh, here it is, collective. But now it showed up. All right, good. Really, our throttle, collective. I think we're good. I mean, we'll see what happens. I don't know anything about helicopters. I've flown them in DCS world. I have no nothing set up or anything like that. So that's high idle with our collective here. Rotate ourselves a little bit. Not much. Not much. Calm down. Ground effect. Right. Navy Pier is not looking as it does at all. You're on VATSIM, no coverage, so you disconnected. I got you. Yeah, there was no coverage at all. Collective up. Come on. Altitude. I like the rear view mirror. What's going on, everybody? We're just trying out the SU2 beta. I'm sorry, not the beta. The SU2 release. Flying around Chicago, but it is default Chicago. So Coming around Navy Pier here in the Chinook. Hitting the Gold Coast. Wrigley Field's off of our nose. Fly down the water, down the lakefront, and then back up. Big ship to be inside the rudder in here so we can turn a little. Find ourselves landing on the roof of one of these high-rises on the waterfront. So that's Navy Pier, or their best rendition of it. Can't comment on YouTube. What the hell? That is wild as hell. That's Meg's Field that Mayor Daley flattened in the middle of the night because he couldn't get his way politically, so he just flattened it anyway. No longer exists. McCormick Place is out that way. I don't know why you wouldn't be able. Did you block me on Discord? You can't post pictures. What? Are you logged in? Are you sure you did? You said you had to log in with a different name, Hawks Girl. Did you? Or you said you had to create a name. Is it something regarding that? This is South Lakeshore Drive down here. The Chinook's actually remarkably, so far with these helicopter controls, are actually pretty easy to fly. Sounds like the fire department's here again. Twice today. No, I know you are, but I mean, I don't understand why it's a problem. Like, that doesn't, odd. There's often been times when I was on the south side and the west sides of Chicago when I wish we had a gunship to call in air support. Would have been handy at some points. Call in the coordinates, and is this the Midway approach? It's getting close. That's the Museum of Science and Industries right there. But yeah, we're close to Midway. Yeah, there's been a few times down here where this is like UIC campus right over here. We'll fly over by Midway. Yeah, 6-7 in Halstead. Fire for effect. We've lost the block. Midway's right up here. Are you supposed to take your hands off the stick for of a helicopter? I don't think you're supposed to do that. Probably really not supposed to do it in a plane either, but. Land in someone's living room? We're probably not far off of that, to be honest. I'll tell you, for being Chicago, big city, low and slow, it's doing good. We're approaching Midway Airport right now. It's loading in fine. I do have my UV slider knocked down to minus 1.1. So, I mean, visually it looks good. I wish the city would look a little bit better, but I don't think that's not. I don't have the city packs. So, but we'll fly out here by Midway, and then we'll head north up Cicero Avenue and. Oh God! The captain has left the cockpit. Thing went right into a nosedive. It's where Hawksgirl flew out of just the other day. I will say performance for being in a major city is pretty good. Um, I mean, we're only 300, 400, probably 500, 600 feet off the ground. We're a little higher than that, 700 feet off the ground. But performance is really good. My level of detail is set to 50, and TLOD is set to 50, so it's not the best, but that's what I kind of have to deal with. Go check out New York after this. Maybe it's a little nicer out there today. The West Side. Air is back there. Weird. Rush Hospital up here on the right. I might have to bump my settings up slightly and see if it's gonna make it jumpier. It does have us at low plants. And the other one, slider. Trees, rocks, and plants. There it is. Objects. where the Bulls and the Blackhawks play. United Center. I don't have a I've heard things about both of those. Off. I don't even see it anymore. Wasn't it on the screen? Oh, it was online. It was online. Let's see what happens now. Why is live weather? Oh. Oh, all right. All right, let's see. It definitely looks better. Especially with that UV slider. But you do get that wonky building, like, building wonkiness as everything loads in until it's into your terrain level of detail settings. Yeah, like that's the Sears Tower right there. That looks terrible. This is McCormick play. Like those things, they should be looking a lot better than that. And I'm pretty much right on top of it right. The ground is. That's right. Oh, that was McCormick play. McCormick play. Oh boy. See if we can, how fast we can take a go down the Chicago River. Land at what? I mean, really, what could happen? We are 1,000 feet off the ground. Oh, the bean. Yeah, yeah. Wondering what the hell you were talking about. Navy Pier looks a lot more like Navy Pier there. I will say that. Why do people say to take photogrammetry off? I know that's been a little hot button topic in the past. Hello. Let's not dive to our death. That is definitely more like Navy Pier for sure. Oh boy. Oh boy. Trump Tower. Land on somebody's super yacht, yeah. I'm actually kind of curious to go fly around New York now. It is 1:24, so yeah, I'm I think we're gonna see if we can land this thing quick, and we're gonna go log over and head over to New York. And I'm curious to see what it looks like with photogrammetry in now, because I think the bridges are gonna look a heck of a lot different, and gonna look pretty good. Telling my daughter about the accident that I got into right on that street corner right down there. That's the post office that the highway goes under. That street corner. I was just telling my daughter about that accident, my accident that I got into. A guy blew a red light at 3 in the morning. I used to shoot breaking news video. He blew a red light at about 60 miles an hour and hit me. I should have been dead, but here I am. Can't get me. Soldier Field. I'm actually, the photogrammetry is looking pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know how it would be in an airliner trying to load all that stuff in. I did kick up my terrain level. What are you looking at, guy? Calm down. Mind your business. But you know, we were. You know, it's. I don't know how it would be with a. Yeah, at least I can find parking. True. See if we can get over to the bean crack. I gotta slow down. There's a shed aquarium right there. That's the planetarium right there. Great spots if you're ever into Chicago. In Chicago, guys. Those down here. Art museum. Coming in hot. Married with Children fountain right there. Crack up like what this would be like in real life. It does look pretty. What this would look like in real life if a Chinook was doing this, like over the top of Lakeshore Drive. I'm like, whoa, what's going on, guys? We're good. We're stable. It's fine. Everything's fine here. Do a lot of, we're good. We're good. Just coming in to say hello. Boy. We're good. Yep, we're fine. No worries. We're good. We're on Lakeshore Drive. We're fine. All good. Just came in for a selfie. Oh boy. Wrigley Field's a little bit up north. I'm gonna go check out New York. Actually, the skyline looks really good, man. Yes. The skyline looks pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. I won't take that away from them. Good thing you wore your brown pants. All right, let's go check out New York before we gotta go. R.I.P. What are you talking about? R.I.P. We were good in the Chinook. We were good. Let's go to KLGA. And I think, you know what? Maybe we'll fly down from Stewart, since I didn't really get a chance to show you guys like my area yesterday. Maybe we'll fly down to the city from Stewart. This is Cornwall. Actually, this is right in the town that I lived in. This is Stewart International. There. We'll take off from the helicopter pad at Stewart. Funny, that's like literally right behind our house, Hawks Girl. Oh, to hell with it. This would have definitely rattled the windows if this was us. Absolutely would have rattled the windows. That's the Hudson River right in front of us. Where is... Throttle's up here, right? So it just goes into flight. Like, there is no throttle, really. It just goes into flight and you're good. I honestly have no idea. I know nothing about helicopters. So when I'm using my throttle controls, it does nothing. All right, let's see if we can get down to New York City. It's about to see how fast my work commute would have been in a Chinook. Little movements. Little rudder. Oh. The hover. Oh. No vertical speed, or no. Oh. Fine. Up. All right. We're good. We're good. Sorry, Mrs. Brown. My bad. So we're gonna fly the, watch out, Jack. Oh, Ropen. Who was that? Rome flies. What's going on, man? We need some altitude. Fly down here to the Newburgh Beacon Bridge, and we'll turn around and we'll fly all the way up, all the way down river to New York City. This is Beacon, New York over here. It's a nice little town. Newburgh Beacon Bridge is right there, off coming into play through our windscreen. That's Mount Beacon over there with the two towers on it. It's a really strenuous climb to get up that mountain for hiking. We'll make a left-hand turn over the Beacon, Newburgh Beacon Bridge. Newburgh is over on the left side of the river, the west side of the river, and we'll fly south down the river to New York City, and we'll check out New York City. It's even got the lane configurations right. Those lanes are painted correctly, actually. This here is the Newburgh waterfront. Pretty good barbecue spot there for New York, honestly. We'll buzz it. Yeah, you missed Newburgh, or you missed the whole area? Yeah, this area right there where the patio is right there, that's a really good barbecue joint. Uh-oh. Oh, a little low. A little low. Yeah, the waterfront, the whole waterfront down there was really fun. We used to take my daughter and my buddy's daughter over here. There's actually a bald eagle nest right in this trees, right this way that I'm heading to. There's actually a bald eagle's nest right in there, and there's a state park right on the water. We used to take the girls there, hanging out. Bald eagles running around in the water. And beacon, yeah, yeah. Even got that fuel farm on old 9W in there. Yeah, there's a right here. The girls used to play on this beach. Not really a beach. It's just like a state, a small state park, but bald eagles. There was a bald eagle's nest. That there, straight ahead, is Storm King Mountain. That is one of my favorite hikes, and I believe Hawks Girls as well. That is one of our favorite hikes. Is this that mountain? You hike in from, well, you can hike in from right here, but we would hike in from 9W, and we would hike in all the way up the mountain there. That is one of my favorite hikes ever, actually. Yep, 100%. And the train trestle. Yeah, the train trestle's a really cool spot, too. You know what? I wonder if that's in there. I'm going to have to make a right hand to head west, and I got to gain some altitude. See if we can find that. I actually wonder if the train trestle's in. West Point's actually right down the river here, right on the other side of this river. It was not uncommon to see Chinooks flying around like we are right now, at all. This is 9W. And you would go up this cliff. You would basically hike the cliffside, and I'm gonna fly right over the. I'm gonna fly right over the parking spot that we used to park in right there as it comes in right around that curve. That's where we used to park, and we would hike up right up the mountain there, and you'd go right up the mountain, and we'd sit on those cliffs, and you could actually see the car in the lot. It was pretty cool. Really good hike. All right, let's go see if we can find this train trestle. It's in, it's one of the longest train trestles in the northern, in North America. One, not the longest, but from here it's actually over this way. Because it's out of Cornwall and it's down this way. Remember when I got lost and ended up exactly trying to enter West Point? Yes, yeah, I do remember that. How could I forget? Yeah, you were stopped by by military MPs at the gate. So this is New Windsor. My bad, guys. Yeah. My bad, guys. Sorry. So that's right before you get on the mountain. The trestle is behind me. I did not see it. Listen for tone. Trees look pretty good for being set on low. I think we're over West Point right now. I haven't even seen the railroad tracks yet. But I do need to start turning north if we're gonna, or south if we're gonna hit the city. Wait a minute. It's a road. That's 84. No way. That's not. We're too far. Little nap of the earth flying here. Feel like I'm back in DCS. Yeah, right, Crack? It's doesn't look bad at all. I'm actually shocked at how well I'm flying this thing, to be honest with you. I actually look like I kind of know what I'm doing. I have no idea. I'm using a lot of collective and a lot of stick, but yeah, it's. Those are power lines that cut through the cut through here. We're gonna be coming up to the Hudson River again here in a second. We are heading. 9W. We should be hitting the Hudson River here in a second. That might actually be the West Point Golf Course there. It is. This is the West Point field. Yeah, so we're right over West Point right now. Another bald eagle nest right over there in those trees, and the railroad tracks. Actually, I could follow those railroad tracks back, but these railroad tracks run right along the east side of the Hudson River, and a beautiful train ride. If you guys ever get a chance. But that's West Point right there. Some of the walls are still intact. Great military museum. I know, right? It is. It's funny, like when you do stuff like this, and you're like, it's funny how that stuff comes back. Like, I am excited to go back there, believe it or not, to hang out and not live there. I'm pretty impressed with how nice how well it's running, and I bumped up my TLOD a little bit. I haven't. There's been a couple of stutters, but nothing crazy. So this is that passenger line. You're right along the railroad tracks the whole time. We're coming up to Cold Spring, New York, which is another beautiful town. Yeah, it's This is the Bear Mountain Bridge. Bear Mountain is on that side of us. Anthony's Nose is the mountain over there. This town is Montgomery, Fort Montgomery, where George Washington strung the chain across the Hudson River to keep the British from coming up, is literally right there. And again, another great museum, but I don't know what that building is, but yeah, Fort Montgomery is right there. A really cool spot, really nice spot. And then there's a good hike going up that mountain too. That's the Popolopan something or other, Mount Popolopan, I think. But a really cool, really nice hike. My daughter actually loves that hike. Wife, actually. Well, we got to make left here. This is a bird sanctuary, this whole area. Chinook probably shouldn't be buzzing this, but... I'm thinking about bumping up my LOD a little bit, just to see where my threshold is. Do that. Real quickly. Pushing my luck here, guys. See how it goes. So we're up by Cortland right now. This is the Indian Point Power Plant right here on the Hudson River. Again, bald eagle in a nest over there. They come back every year. This is not the A330 sconce. We didn't have enough time for a full flight to do our next pilot's life flight, so we jumped in the Chinook. And right now we're just kind of testing out the SU2 beta. And I'm sorry, it's not a beta. I keep calling it a beta. It is no longer in beta. It actually released today. So we are kind of just testing it out and seeing how it's going. But as of right now, man, it's pretty good. I did kick up my settings a little bit. It's pretty smooth. I believe it or not, I have the trees set on low, and they look pretty good. And we're flying from upstate New York, like Cornwall. It's not that far upstate, but it's what we called upstate because everything north of the city was upstate. We're flying down to New York City, down the Hudson River. What we got going on? Let's see here, we're doing 150 knots. Think have it trimmed up decently, not having to crank down on the sticker in it. We're holding altitude. We're holding speed. We'll be coming up on the Tappan Zee Bridge shortly. You're trying to balance a needle on a haystack flying helis. Yes, exactly. Exactly. Yo! Petrio. Petrio, welcome in on Kick. Thanks for the follow. What's up, Doozy? Does not seem, it says we're going 150 knots. It does not seem like we're going that fast. Get, what's up? So I do have, in 2020's community folder, there is a scenery for the Triborough, I'm sorry, not the Triborough. There's a scenery for the Tappan Zee Bridge that we're getting ready to approach. Now, whether it loads in correctly or not, I don't know. What's up, Life's Essentials? How are you? Welcome in. So we'll find out if how this loads in. It is off there in the distance. Right now, it looks wonky as hell. I didn't have time to be setting up a 330, Ren. I didn't have time to do a flight for. I didn't have time to do a flight in a 306, let alone a 330. Somewhere the memo got scrambled. Yeah. Is it really this nice of a day in New York right now? Nope. That probably makes a little bit more sense. I don't know why my live weather keeps shutting off. This is not scenic at all. I don't know why my live weather keeps shutting off. That's one of the things that I'm going to have to check every single time. How did you have time to get the Chinook started but not the A330? I just spawned it in on the ground. That's how I had time. I spawned it in running at the end of the runway, and then I just put my collective in and took off. Yeah, now I think I'm going to take my my bridge scenery out of there, because that's not what it looks like at all. Like I said, I did have a default scenery because I was flying a lot in this area when I was doing my first on-air series. Yeah, I didn't spend time to figure out how to start this thing up, but Kitten, Rapenza tends to disagree. He says that the A300s is his favorite IniBuilds aircraft of all, and I would have to agree. Although I have not had the 330 or the 350 yet. I digress. But he's entitled to their own opinion. Right up until it starts crossing the other line, the other opinions, and then you get upset about, not you, but in general, people get upset about it, and it's like, yeah, I don't care. Opinion. Right, we're coming up to New York City here. We'll be coming into Yonkers shortly. We are south of the Tappan Zee. That over there is New Jersey. My level of detail is actually spawning in things early, so that's good. As of right now, there's no... The buildings are coming in the distance, but there's no lag so far. An eye on the time, too. Now, keep in mind, we're going much slower than what an airplane or a airliner would be, but WASM folder probably had to establish itself. Oh, gotcha. Guys, I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty impressed, performance-wise. I've only had the one flight in it so far, but yeah, and I bumped up my LOD and TLOD, Doozy. I don't know if you were here when I did that. I bumped it up. I'm probably 20 points higher. I had it at 50. I think it's at 70 now, both of them, and it's performing better than it has. And the trees are on low, and they look really good. And again, me loading into New York and having New York being this low coming into it, and I turned photogrammetry back on. Not gonna lie, yeah, it's pretty good. I'm sure I'm fully expecting some hiccups as we approach the city, but I don't know. Yeah, I don't blame you. We're approaching the George Washington Bridge. About 500 feet off the deck. That bridge is about 1,000 feet in the air. I actually want to see what my old neighborhood looks like. We'll hang a left at the bridge. Actually, we can go check out Woodlawn, Hawksgrove. Inwood, Manhattan. Now we're over the Bronx again. The Yonkers Reservoir. Right over here is the Woodlawn Cemetery. There's a whole bunch of celebrities buried in there. Sorry. Past it. That's not the Yonkers Reservoir on the North Bronx. I think so, Doozy. I think I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna say the last time we flew this, it really didn't wow me that much, but flying it here right now, it's actually, it looks really good. So this is Lower Manhattan. Gotta turn around. Now we're over Washington Heights. Be over Harlem here in a second. That's George Washington Bridge, I-95. Into a lot of fires in here, and then this one right that we're over, and then my neighborhood that I worked in is right here, and that right there is Highbridge. Yankee Stadium looks a hell of a lot better. This is sick, man. That's the parking lot we landed in the other day. My firehouse is right across the street from that parking lot, right there on the right there. That looks like real. The Major Deegan never has no cars on it like that in the middle of the day. I'm telling you right now. Life site, I wouldn't know the difference. I'm not a real pilot, so I wouldn't be honest with you. I wouldn't even know. We're over Harlem right now. Let's see if we can slow down some airspeed here. My first fire was in that first high-rise right there, that brown one. Oh, whoa. My firehouse is right below us. You guys are sitting in the kitchen going, what the hell? What's this Chinook doing outside? Nobody believes me that we only had about 7 houses in our entire area in New York City, like houses being private dwellings. And everything is one of those big H-type apartment buildings in our area. Everything. Count on one hand how many house fires that I went. Maybe not one hand. All right, let's see if we can slow down a little bit. City looks great. LaGuardia is straight out there. What's up, Ben? How's it going? Am I flying over your house, man? You guys are in mad because there's a Chinook hovering over your house. I apologize. All right. Whoa, 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 whoa. A little silly. We landed on a roof of a building that I actually put a fire out in. All right, all right. Settle down, settle down. That's the parking lot I want. That's where we landed the other day. My firehouse is right there, or was right there on the corner. How's it going, Ben? See if we can come in Plaza, right? Oh, this is was looking. Whoa, 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 whoa. What happened the other day? We're okay. That was just an aggressive maneuver that I like to do just before landing. We're good. All right, we'll continue on. We're not going to try to land there. Polo Grounds. We're over Harlem right now. These bridges actually hinge in the middle instead of being drawbridges. They hinge in the middle and then open up. That one hinges in the middle as well and opens up. That's 135th Street. This is the railroad bridge that goes into Manhattan all the way down. CubeSmart. They even got the building names on there. The other day, I showed you guys the FDNY Fire Academy. This is going to look a lot different now. The FDNY Fire Academy, right next to these buildings. There's a tennis place right here. That's the FDNY Fire Academy right there. Right next to the sewer plant, or garbage plant. Those buildings right there is where I did my rope rescue training. We actually repelled off the smokestacks of those. Oh boy. That there's the FDNY Fire Academy right there. And LaGuardia is right over here. And again, approaching LaGuardia, like, and it hasn't fully loaded in yet, but pretty good. And again, this is only I have default LaGuardia, so it's really not that great. All right, let's see how the city performs. Head down the Grand Central Parkway here. Take a left at the Triborough Bridge. It is $11 to cross this bridge. All right, let's head down the East River. And that's just one of the bridges. Some guys had to cross 2 bridges to get to work. Bro, I'm honestly, the performance is pretty good. Bruh. Skinny building right at the waterfront right there. Tall skinny one right there is the UN. That one right there is the UN. Nope, sorry. That one is the UN. My bad. UN is not that tall. That's the UN. I'm actually glad we got to do this, to be honest with you. I'm really glad that we didn't do that other flight as much as I would have liked to do it. Trying this out and seeing how it performs, I'm actually rather impressed so far. Like I said, I was able to bump my settings up a little bit. I was able to put photogrammetry back on. The bridges look better than they did the other day. That's the Manhattan Bridge. Brooklyn Bridge is over here. I'm sorry, that's the Williamsburg Bridge. The Brooklyn Bridge is over here. Manhattan Bridge is first, then the Brooklyn Bridge. Yeah, thanks. Thanks, Bob. Try, man. Yeah, this is the Manhattan Bridge right here, which looks really good. And then the Brooklyn Bridge, that's the Freedom Tower right over there. Brooklyn Bridge looks really good. This is the Staten Island Ferry Depot coming up here on the right. Wall Street is right over there in those buildings. That's the South Street Seaport helicopter pad right there. A lot of commercial. That's where we took off from the other day. That looks like ass. But that's the Staten Island Ferry Terminal. I don't know why that looks so bad. And Ellis Island over there, where all the immigrants came in from back in the turn of the century times, turn of the last century, not this century. And then Statue of Liberty. Under, yeah, you can't go under on most of these. They have collisions with fake walls. Yeah, everybody would come in. They would come in on boat, and this is where Ellis Island would be the spot. They would basically all the immigrants would come in through there, and they would have them. They would go through all of their immigration process and get their names and all the things, and then if they were sick, tuberculosis I think was a big thing back then. I think it was tuberculosis. If they were sick, they were granted, they actually had to go into quarantine, and they had to go out to an island that was out that way. There was a whole like hospital set up out that way. But I forget where that island is. It's out. Sure, it might actually be Governor's Island that they went to, but Newark Airport EWR is right over that way. That's Newark, Patterson, New Jersey. This is the Newark Port. Newark Port? I think it is the Port of Newark over here. That's Staten Island straight ahead. Brooklyn is off to our left. You guys hear that's the Verrazano Bridge that connects Staten Island to Brooklyn. That bridge costs, the last time I knew, was $18 to cross it. And then Coney Island are the buildings that you see way off in the distance. That's Coney Island, back out that way. Shutter Island, yeah. I'm going to try to go see if we can get a better... Yeah, Brooklyn. Brooklyn is right here, off to our left. LaGuardia is in Queens. That's so the 5 boroughs are Manhattan, where all the big buildings are. The Bronx, where we were, where my firehouse was. This is Brooklyn. Queens is out past Brooklyn, where LaGuardia is, and then Staten Island. That all of those boroughs make up New York City. So we are coming back around and try to get another. See if we can get into a hover at a slow, or at least a slow speed, right near the Statue of Liberty. Pretty good. Anthrax Island, is that what it was? Fake history, fake history. This is the Jersey shoreline over here. Land on the lawn at the statue. Fox Girl and I, in our early dating times, took a ferry. We stayed in New Jersey, and then a ferry. She stayed ferry across to the city, hung out, and then came back. Empire State Building down there. It's actually, we flew this route in reverse the last time, when it was so, whatever it was, foggy, and the rain was terrible, or just the weather was crap. But contagious disease or health quarantine facility, quarantine on Ellis Island. Okay, all right. The ports down here, the ships. When you sail in and out of on a Carnival, like a Carnival Cruise Line or Royal Caribbean or whatever, they come up this way. They're right down here is where you come in. There's an aircraft carrier, the Intrepid, is right up here. I don't know. It doesn't look like it was modeled correctly. The ships. Yeah, this is about 14th Street down here. These are actually shops and things like that. So the aircraft carrier's up. But yeah, the cruise liners and things like that, they come in down here a little. And I don't know if they're going to have, because sometimes they have the AI traffic and things like that in there with cruise liners that are actually in the sim. But there's a cruise liner sitting in port. And this thing here, right there, that's the Intrepid aircraft carrier right there. That's a great museum if you get to see. This is the Upper West Side, Manhattan. Coming back towards the Bronx right now. Central Park right here. Metropolitan Art Museum. Not Corey Lytle this thing into a building here. Upper East Side. The Upper East Side and the Upper West Side are split by Central Park. And then at the bottom of Central Park right here, you start Midtown. See if we can get it. John Lennon was shot right over. Lennon? The Beatles? John Lennon, right? He was, wasn't he shot in New York City? Over here. Right on this corner. And the exit, or the entrance into Central Park, where he was where he was shot, is actually called Strawberry Fields. The Central Park, people don't understand how large Central Park is. I mean, when you compare it to some state parks, and it was Lennon, right? Yeah, yeah. When you compare Central Park to other parks, obviously it's not huge, but to have it in the middle of a city of this size, and I don't think people understand how large and how many high-rises and big buildings that New York City has. Like, it is massive, and it's Chicago is the next largest, what I would arguably the next largest metropolitan area. You know, LA's there too. You know, I mean, everybody's got a skyline, but the New York City skyline is so freaking massive. There are hundreds of buildings that are, you know, 50, 60, 70 stories tall. It's absolutely insane. And still kind of, I mean, I worked there for 20 years and learned all about fires, things like that in the building, and like in these buildings, and it still blows my mind every once in a while that it was like that I did actually do that job. It was nuts. Toronto skyline, yeah, yeah. Yeah, and it's, I mean, New York's just massive. It's just that the skyline keeps going. It's almost like three skylines in one, where you, like, you know, you have Lower Manhattan, then you have Midtown, and then you know, like, it's just amazing. But the park goes from 52nd Street, 52nd or 59th, I can't remember which one it is, and it goes all the way up to 140 something. It's massive, and then it starts. You start into Harlem and Spanish Harlem, but just crazy. Ain't no mind to me. little hard, but I was actually hoping to put it right down on this ball diamond, and I didn't want that one over there or those three or four. I was really looking to set it down right there, and we did it. So yeah, actually I was just hoping we didn't end up in the trees, but. Sick. Pontiac would be proud. All right, guys, I got to get going. I'm heading out to grab my daughter from school. I got to get running. Let me get out of here and give us something to look at here. But yeah, I'll be back tomorrow for definitely some more flights, probably 3 or 4. Hopefully, we're gonna do some. Well, we are gonna do some pilot's life flying tomorrow. The plan is to go to from where we at? Rockford. Yeah, dust up the ball field. The plan is to go from Rockford, Illinois, out to Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. We'll be going from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, back to Rockford, and then back into Louisville. And then from Louisville, I believe our next flight is up to Buffalo. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I'm hoping to do some ins and outs. I'm not really 100% sure where we're going. Maybe we go out to Cedar Rapids. Then yeah, we'll figure it out. But I do intend on hopefully being in the VATSIM event that is going on Saturday. So that's my goal, is to get into an event and do that. What's up, Josh? We're just wrapping up here, man. Yeah, we were just flying around New York City in the Chinook, checking out the new SU2 update, Sim Update 2 for Flight Sim. I'll be honest with you, I'm pretty impressed so far. I'm really impressed, actually. So I do appreciate everybody who has stopped in. Definitely hit the like. I do believe I have on Twitch. I already have the stream for tomorrow scheduled. So, and then I'll do the same for YouTube as well. So yeah, we're going to be in the A300 flying the freighter tomorrow. We'll be doing doing our normal thing, and we'll be here for several hours tomorrow, starting around 11 o'clock. And then Saturday, the thing is not until Saturday night, the event, but I'm probably going to be streaming later on and then into it. So hopefully we get some VATSIM coverage and ATC coverage during Saturday, just because it's the weekend and hopefully people are around. So, but that's it, guys. I appreciate everybody for coming in. Again, Rapenza, thank you for the 300 bits. Crack, again, thank you for the 58 straight months in a row. Maddie, I believe you didn't. You said you were a month as of yesterday. Thank you again as well. And then we had Petrio over on Kick, who also followed just a little bit ago. Please hit that like and the follow on the way out. I appreciate everybody for hanging out. Sorry it was a little bit scattered today. We only had room for that, or that we only had time for that one flight. We were going to have to end it right in the middle of that second flight. So we elected to do some Chinook flying around Chicago and New York City. Did a couple of little tours, of what I know of the cities, and that was that. So, anyway, enough with the Midwest goodbye, and we shall see you guys tomorrow. I'll be here. Later. Peace.